The Washington Commanders have acquired cornerback Marshawn Lattimore from the New Orleans.
Darius Smith to the Detroit Lions. Smith has been a prime target.
The Steelers are getting Preston Smith from the Packers.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Shooting for the Stars podcast. Y'all's one and only host, Cameron Williams. And as y'all can see by the title of this episode, y'all, we are already midway through the NFL season. We're already midway through the NFL season, you guys. And I'm coming to y'all the day after the presidential election. That was huge last night. And I'm going to get this content out, man. Y'all can see by the title, I'm going to be going over my top 5 teams so far in week 5 and basically like my own little power ranking so far. Perhaps give you some insiders of who I believe is going to be a Super Bowl contenders in both AFC and NFC conference as well. So with that being said, not going to make this video long. I'm going to give y'all my top 5 teams again. Like I said, before I get into it, y'all make sure to please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You guys, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I cannot make this happen without you guys. I'm seeing all the love and support. Let's keep it going. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. Let's go. So, as y'all got, first team, number 5, this is going to be in order. I am going about 5. I'm going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is in order. Number 5, I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers, 6-2, coming off a bye week, set to play the Washington Commanders this week of Sunday in Washington. And I want to start with something, okay? First, why is the number 5 is number 1, Mike Tomlin. Like I said, 17 years of his body of work, what he's shown, he's gonna win. He's gonna find a way to win. And think about it. I'm just gonna make Pittsburgh real quick. Mike Tomlin went to the playoffs with Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and an old washed-up Big Ben Roethlisberger, Joshua Dobbs, a whole bunch of unnamed guys, right? Now you give him Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. Seems like it's going to be Russell Wilson. What make you think he does not have a chance at getting there or farther this time, okay? And then you see with the moves and then the trade deadline, y'all guys, was crazy. The moves they made at the trade deadline, they just added another wide receiver, Michael Williams, getting him over from New York. They weren't doing nothing. They were not doing nothing with him over there. You got all those receivers. You don't need Mike Williams. Go ahead and bring him over here to Pittsburgh. And then they got Preston Smith, another guy to really help T.J. Watt, who lines up on that left side, and Alex Highsmith, who lines up on the right. Another guy inside the middle. Their offensive lines have to worry about when going up against this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, because Preston Smith is good in the run game and is good also decent at getting to the quarterback as well. And when you're playing alongside all-world guys like Hayward, Cam Hayward, T.J. Watt, and again I say Alex Highsmith, like I said, you're going to get a lot of opportunities or one-on-one situations down there. So Pittsburgh's definitely number 5 team, okay? They're rolling. Number 4, let me get the Washington Commanders. Let me get the Washington Commanders, you guys, okay? And the reason why I want to say Washington Commanders is because you guys, when you look, first of all, 7-2 right now. How ironically, both these two teams play each other this upcoming week. I didn't know that just right now. Yeah, I did. But guys, think the Washington again. I say Jayden Daniels, a rookie quarterback, but he's not been playing like a rookie. Okay, they already acquired Marshawn Lattimore, the longtime cornerback from the New Orleans Saints. We know what he's gonna bring to somebody to really shore up that defense, a defense that was already good with Jonathan Allen, Darren Payne in the front. I mean, those guys could wreak havoc. Bobby Wagner, the longtime Seattle Seahawks, one of the league's best tacklers, a Hall of Famer. Him at the middle linebacker position. I mean, this defense has studs and trouts all over. You add in a guy like Lattimore, somebody that can play man-to-man, a guy that can talk, a guy that can really that knows how to that can sometimes get on opposing receivers, that can get in their head. You need that. And then on the offensive side of the ball, I made a whole video about that. Y'all guys know I don't gotta say no more about it. The whole crew. Let me give you the whole crew. Jayden Daniels, Austin Eckler. Okay, give me another one. Okay, Terry McLaurin. Okay, Diami Brown. I can just keep on going. And the coaching staff and Cliff Kingsbury, like I said, and the way he approaches the game. And you see what they did to New York last week. Jayden Daniels threw 2 touchdown passes, way over 230 passing yards. I mean, that dude showed up. I mean, like I said, and again, really reminds me of C.J. Stroud. He could be going on to have a better rookie year than what Stroud had, because this is the definition. He's in the right situation. All the pieces around him are gelling. You got a good offensive line. You have weapons all over the board. You go on the defensive side of the ball. You see the defense making plays, and it's a top 7 unit in the league. Okay, you can't ask for no more. So that's why I have been number 4. The Washington Commanders, they're going to be a threat in the NFC. Okay, and they're going to be a threat that come out of the NFC come cold December and January time. I'm gonna tell you that now, okay? Next, number 3. Let me get to number 3. Let me go with the Baltimore Ravens, another team in the AFC. That's 2 in the AFC. Number 3, I gotta give it to Baltimore. Why I gotta give it to Baltimore, you guys? Because, guys, let me tell y'all something, guys, about the Baltimore Ravens, okay? I said this Lamar Jackson is never going to be as good as a passer, even though he has been stepping up. Okay, I will say Lamar Jackson has been throwing his behind off this year. I believe he has 20 touchdown passes on the year, and he has 20 touchdown passes on the year. And Lamar Jackson, again, I mentioned he's third in passing yards with 2,379 passing yards this season. Okay, so make no mistake about that. So he's looked better as a passer. But guys, what was the big thing when we go back to that AFC Conference Championship game when they played against the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And they were at home. What was the main thing? They couldn't get nothing. They took away Zay Flowers, who's also top 5 receiving this year too. Zay Flowers get top 5 in receiving yards this season as we speak through midway through the season. Okay, Zay Flowers, number 4 for the wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens. He's looked like a rock star this year. But when you go back to that game, what was the main thing? Couldn't throw. They couldn't establish the run game. Steve Spagnuolo did a good job stacking the box and bringing pressure on Lamar Jackson. Well, now you got a bell cow back there. Now you got a bell cow on Derrick Henry back there, okay? As somebody who's respected, and you stack that box if you want to with Derrick Henry, you got 2 guys that can kill you out the backfield. That is a game changer now. And then when you add a Zay Flowers at wide receiver, and then a Mark Andrews, and then an Isaiah Likely, and a wide receiver and a tight end's body. How many times have I said that on this podcast? I mean all that stuff. And when you add all those ingredients together, Baltimore is going to be they already are a different team. I love how Greg Roman. Not Greg Roman. Todd Douglas, the offensive coordinator for the Ravens. I love how he's implemented the style of motioning and getting guys to move and boots and play action and stuff like that. Because you got to pick your poison now. It's a pick your poison team in Baltimore. Even though their defense has to get some things shored up, and they made a nice trade too. I won't say big time, because he's not the same player he once was, but before Tre'Davious White, I'm not gonna lie, Tre'Davious White definitely is. He's gonna bring some stability, because they struggle a little bit. Marlon Humphrey seemed like he's lost a little bit of his step. They ain't look the same this year. So to get some help and get another veteran on the outside, that's gonna do them wonders. But they can just stop the ball. Oh, watch out for Baltimore, okay? They blew out Denver. They actually handed. They almost put 50 on Denver's head, okay? Number two team. Let me go ahead and get. Yes, I know y'all gonna probably flag me for this one. Let me get the Kansas City Chiefs at number 2. And I want to get into Kansas City. Y'all probably like, well, how they not number 1? Guys, Kansas City, we're 8-0 team, the only team left that's undefeated. And I'm going to tell y'all guys right now, with Kansas City, especially Tampa Bay was this close. They showed us something. Tampa Bay was this close to getting ready and knocking them off their heels. This close. Now, if I was Tampa Bay, now you guys, I would have went for that 2-point conversion, because we all know you take that chance and go to overtime with Patty Mahomes, Mr. 3-time Super Bowl champion, Mr. Come back and win the game, Mr. 30 seconds and I'll win the game. You give him too much time, you guys. I'm telling you guys, he gets that ball and he'll go down there and we won't ever see it again. The offense won't touch the field ever again. They should have went for the 2-point conversion. But besides all that, you guys, like I said, when you see that game, they took it to him. Baker Mayfield without Mike Evans, without Chris Godwin, Bucky Irvin coming back. He's a little banged up. They're just not the same. They're just not on paper. They are absolutely desolated compared to Kansas City. Absolutely. But it didn't matter. Baker Mayfield, once again, I got to give my respect, guys. Take my hat off to Baker Mayfield, you guys. He absolutely been playing like a beast. So I really feel bad for the brother. He's not been able to deal with a lot of stability. He's done with a lot of guys coming in and out of that line, receiving and all that kind of stuff, which makes it hard to build chemistry. But through it all, he's still been one of the best quarterbacks this year in the league. He's second in passing yards with 2,389, and he's first, leads the league in touchdown passes with 23 touchdown passes. He absolutely went at Patrick Mahomes, okay? But when it came down to it, though, at the brutal game, when it came down to it, the Chiefs showed 2 things. Andy Reid, yes, is that good of a coach, and through it all, Patrick Mahomes, 50% healthy, 60% healthy, bad leg, 1 leg, no legs, bad shot. No, he's going to find a way to win. He's going to find his resiliency. He showed why he's the best player in the NFL and the best in his position by far. It's not even close. But you're not number 2. And one more thing on the Chiefs, I just want to get you like that. Each year, y'all, I will say, each year they've looked different. They look different. Think about the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is why I had them at number 2, because of Andy Reid. Really because of Andy Reid, honestly, his coaching mind, his philosophy of being able to win, not just to coach the offensive side of the ball, but in being able to win. This is why I'm such a big fan of him, because when when they won the first Super Bowl against Kansas City, right, in Miami, remember, they were an offensive powerhouse. They were a team that could throw the ball 50, 55 times and beat you through the air, with Tyreek Hill, with Sammy Watkins, with DeMarcus Robinson, Travis Kelce, and guys of that nature, okay? They were a really explosive team. For all I gotta say is that Walsh, remember that running plays like Walsh, all that kind of stuff, okay? But then the second Super Bowl, when they went up against the Eagles, they were a different team. Weren't the word or not? They were a different team. They didn't get there and win the Super Bowl the same way like how they did the first time. What was that season mainly? For Super Bowl 57, what was that season mainly distinguished about? It was mainly them, Patrick Mahomes getting the ball out of his hands quick, a run game and a defense. Run game and a defense. Really, that's really what it was about. It wasn't a lot of explosions to that offense that year. They didn't have a lot of weapons. It really wasn't no speedster. You had guys like Juju Smith-Schuster. It was just Travis Kelce. That's all you had. Of course, Watson and Skylar Moore and guys like that. Really no big time guys. And then last year, another pivotal example, Travis Kelce. Y'all guys see what I'm saying? It wasn't no explosion last year either. Isaiah Pacheco, who runs like he's mad at the world. Seriously, that's all it was. And then a top 5, top 3 defensive unit. And Patrick Mahomes having the ability to make just enough plays. Just making more plays than the opposing team. That's the ingredient. And that's why, honestly, who I'm getting ready to give y'all for my number 1 pick, it can be interchangeable between the Chiefs and who I'm getting ready to give y'all for number 1. It can be interchangeable. And my number 1, y'all already know who it is. No, it ain't Minnesota. Y'all guys already know who it is. Let's go ahead and give it to Detroit. And y'all quit playing with that team up there in the North, okay? Detroit, they showing up and they showing out. And I'm going to tell y'all guys something. Every game we thought was going to, quote-unquote, be a good game from them, it ended up being a blowout. Literally, we thought the Packers game, we thought that was going to be good. That wasn't no good game. Blowout. Vikings game, we thought that was going to be good because the Vikings were one of the 3 undefeated teams left. They were 5-0 at the time. Started off they look off a little shaky, but after that, they took off running. They took off running, Detroit. And now look at them now. I'm telling you, it's the way that they play, you guys. When I go to that game, and I'm telling you, that game this past Sunday against Green Bay in Lambeau Field, where we know the tundra, the frozen tundra, even though it wasn't as bad as the frozen tundras we know the frozen tundra can get, we know for a fact that it was definitely a glimpse of how it's gonna be in come December time. And let me tell you something, they looked better. We would have thought they were at home. They looked more comfortable playing at home than Love. I understand Love was dealing with a little bit of a groin injury and stuff like that. And I love Jordan Love. I'm gonna make a video about him later. But the Lions, we talked about it. First of all, we talk about, let's give Jared Goff some respect, okay? Jared Goff's playing phenomenal football. How could you not? The dude's playing out of his mind. He's accurate. He's running Ben Johnson's offense to precision, precisely just how he wants it. And not only that, he's being a leader. He's being a leader, and he's making the plays. Okay, you got David Montgomery, you got Jahmyr Gibbs. It was a real wet game, right? It was a really wet game, that game, right? And think about it. The frozen tundra. It feels like you heard Aaron Rodgers and guys say it all the time, man. When they go out there to play in December and January time, man, going out to the Green Bay Lambeau Field, man, it feels like you're playing on ice. You have no grip. Everything is just so slippery. Seriously, especially when it was raining too. We thought throwing the ball might have been a problem. We thought we were going to see how good of a, because you're playing in the dome all year. Detroit plays in the dome, and I was looking at that because that matters in postseason because you don't have that home field advantage. You might not have the luxury of being able to play in that dome. You might got to go out there in some natural disaster weather and play in that kind of weather, okay? And what they show they can get out there and get the job done doing that as well. And they added Zadarius Smith, one of the Smith brothers, and they added Zadarius Smith over. Zadarius Smith, longtime Packer, still got something in him. Got him over from Minnesota, actually. Brought up another pass rusher. We know they're going to be without Aiden Hutchinson for the rest of the year. And even though right now, we're 9 weeks into the season, and Aiden Hutchinson, as we stand right now, he's still fifth, and he's not even played in 2 games now. He's still fifth in sacks, 7.5 sacks, still 5. We know somebody's going to pass him up eventually, but I thought that was pretty cool. Detroit just has the formula to win. I mean, they play like this. They showed they can get it done. He opened up the first touchdown game with Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's absolutely a dog. He does not get talked about enough. That dude can run deep routes. That dude's a physical. He can go up in the middle of the field, take a hit while coming down and catch it. He can run the fade. You can put him on jet sweeps. He can throw the ball trickery plays. I mean, he can do everything. He's good in the run blocking game. And I'm telling you guys, and they're interchangeable. Those two running backs, they're interchangeable, okay? And guys like Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, I mean, one's a power running back who can eat you alive, and then one's a guy who's just going to absolutely just make you miss, man. I mean, just make you miss, especially in the open field. And it's also a threat in the pass game as well, coming out that backfield, being a pass catcher. So he's really tough on linebackers. The Lions really have the formula to win, and I believe their defense, like I said, defense still got some cleaning up to do. Dan Campbell got to for sure some things up on that side of the ball. Make no mistake about that. But one thing I will say, it ain't too much you got to sure up. Because I tell you, go back to last year, we're this close. They were literally a decision close, a 4th down and 3 close to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. No, learn. They were a young team, like I always say. That was just their experience. They got their experience. They know what it's like to bring that. And Brian Branch, another guy on that defense, Brian Branch. I mean, that safety, I mean, incredible. Terran Arnold starting to come along in his own right. Like I said, it's a lot of good pieces here in Detroit. And the biggest thing is for health, guys. If these teams stay healthy, mark my words, it's going to be, I'm telling you guys, we're going to be in for probably one of the greatest postseasons in NFL history because it's competitive and it's up for grabs. I mean, seriously, for the first time this year, I mean, I can say it's going to be some teams, forever. I know we say it every year, but it's going to be some teams going to challenge some Chiefs that can challenge the Chiefs in the AFC. And even if they do get back to the Super Bowl for the 3rd consecutive year in a row, it's a team, so at least 2 or 3 teams in the NFC that can seriously challenge the Chiefs way better than what San Francisco did. Make no mistake about that either. But those are my predictions. And of course, I know probably y'all guys let me know what y'all think about my top 5 teams so far through midway through the season. Y'all guys let me know if y'all agree with them. Let me know if y'all agree with my picks or if I just got them in the wrong order, if I got the whole order wrong. Y'all guys let me know in the comment section down below, okay? I'm just going off out there. I want to throw Buffalo in there, you guys, but I got Buffalo right at 6. I got Buffalo right outside that top 5. I just got to see some more. Sean McDermott can still coach. He's showing that. But yet, even though they beat the Miami Dolphins team, let's be honest, like, this is a Miami Dolphins team that just got Tua Tagovailoa back. They haven't really been playing to get a lot of games together. And it came at 30-27. Came down to the wire. I mean, Josh Allen definitely stepped up and was the best quarterback in that game. But again, Miami was behind. They really had no momentum coming into this game because due to injuries and stuff like that, they've had a tough year. So I want to see how they look against a more fierce opponent in the near future before I move them up into the top 5 or top 3. So ranking. So with that being said, y'all guys let me know what y'all want to hear next. Y'all make sure y'all please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all guys let me know what y'all think about my power rankings. Y'all rank them, and y'all let me know that in the comment section down below. And I will see y'all on the next episode on Shooting for the Stars podcast with y'all's one and only host, Cameron Williams.